Hello everyone, this is Keerthana, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce. Today we can see a lecture video on the course of Indian economy in the topic Public Sector versus Private Sector. First, what is public sector? Public sector refers to the part of an economy that is controlled and operated by the government, whether it is federal, state, or local level. In the public sector, government entities are responsible for providing various services and functions to the public. These services often include education, healthcare, transportation, defense, law enforcement, and many other essential services. Some of the key characteristics of public sector. First is public funding. The public sector is funded primarily through tax revenue collected from individuals and business. This revenue is used to finance public services and infrastructure projects. Service provision. Public sector organizations are responsible for delivering public goods and services. This can include government agencies, public schools, healthcare facilities, and more. Non-profit nature. Public sector organizations are generally not driven by profit motives. Instead, their primary goal is to serve the public interest and promote the well-being of the citizens. Accountability and transparency. The public sector is subject to public scrutiny and accountability. Government agencies are expected to operate transparently and their actions are often to oversight by elected officials, media and the public. Guys, actually listen. It's important to note that the specific structure and functions of the public sector can vary from one country to another and may include different levels of government such as federal, state, local, and each are responsible for various aspects in public service delivery and governance. The balance between public and private sector involvement in the economy can also vary depending on the economic and political system of a given country. Next, types of public sector. First is central government, state government, local government, and public education, healthcare, defense and security, law enforcement agencies, social services. So, coming to central government, it includes entire nation like executive, legislative, judicial branches as well as various departments and agencies that oversee a wide range of functions such as defense, foreign affairs and social programs. State government is then have authority over a specific geographic region with the country. But while coming to central government, it is responsible for the entire nation. In state government, it is a specific geographic region within a country. They manage matters such as education, healthcare, transportation, and state level regulations. By coming to local government, municipalities, counties, special districts. So these are the simple and immediate action taken by the local governments. The first is municipality. So if there is an town government or a city, they are responsible for local administration like public works, urban planning, law enforcement, and etc. While coming to counties, that is public health, courts, local infrastructure. So these are the regional divisions. Specific districts, which are water supply, fire protection, waste management to a particular area or community, which is specific services that is essential for the peoples. Next is public education, public schools and public university and colleges. So as we all know that we have many government schools, government colleges and government universities. So these are comes under public sectors. Next, healthcare, public hospitals, public health developments, which helps to public health initiatives including disease prevention and health promotion. Next, defense and security, which is armed force, law enforcement agencies. Next is social services like financial assistance, food support, and other social services to those in need. So next is private sector. The what is private sector? So private sector refers to the part of an economy which is owned, operated and controlled by private individuals, business and non-governmental organizations as opposed to being run by the government. In the private sector, entities are primarily motivated by profit and are responsible for producing goods and services for the marketplace. So components of private sector: small business, large corporations, family owned business, NGOs, startups, professional services, and retail consumer goods. Next, difference between public sector and private sector. So, while coming to the difference between, we have two different types, which is public sector and private sector. Their basis is first ownership and control. While coming to public sector, ownership is controlled by government. So it is fully controlled under the government. On the behalf of public, and accountable are elected officials and the government itself. Next, private sector. Private organizations are privately owned and controlled by individuals, business, and non governmental entities. So, they are motivated by profit and independently of government control. Next is profit motive. Public sector. Public sector do not operate with a profit motive. So they only work under the service motive. But while coming to private sector, they work only under the profit motive. So their business aim is to generate profits by selling goods and services. Next, decision making. So while coming to public sector, decision making in the public sector is often influenced by government policy, regulations, and public interest. But in private sector, the private sector organizations make decisions autonomously based on market dynamics, consumer demand, and profit potential. Next is innovation. So while coming to public sector, innovation occurs only it is an the market is in rapid movement. Public sector innovation often focuses on addressing public policy and societal changes. But while coming to private sector, innovation as a business seek to gain a competitive edge through technological advancements and new product development. At the end, both the public and private sectors have their respective strength and weakness, and they often complement each other to provide a balanced and functional economy. The interaction between these sectors can vary from one country to another depending on the economic and political system in place. Hope everyone have understood this topic, and thank you.